Yo, it's Eric Andres, your Guitar Sage, and I'm back with another Top Hits lesson video. Today we're learning some Tom Petty songs that you can impress all your friends with, like the guitar god you are. You know, Tom Petty and I have so much in common. We're both legendary, kick-ass, Hall of Fame rock stars from Florida. Okay, we're both from Florida. But nonetheless, I've always loved this guy's music, and I've wanted to show you some of my favorite riffs from Tom Petty's repertoire. Now, I'm gonna show you 7 of his best songs that you can play today. Let's get into it. Free Fallin'. Wow, this is a classic, right? You've probably seen this played as many ways as I've seen it being played. What I'm gonna show you right now is the way that Petty plays it live. He's capoed at the 1st fret, and it's what the tabs will dictate as well. And then I'll show you one other way before we go on to the next song. But essentially, capoed at the 1st fret, of course, standard tuning, and we're playing an E, and we're playing what's called an A add 9. So basically, it's an A minor chord, but lift your 1st finger up. Okay, so that the 2nd and 1st string are open. So like this. Then you're gonna go back to the A, or back to the E. And then here, what you're doing is you're playing essentially a B power chord. We're acting as if it's a B because we're capoed up, but essentially it's a C. That's a C note. But we're acting like this is an E, this is an A, and then this is a B. Get it? Because we're capoed. Good. All right, so that's the 3rd chord there. So it's a power chord right there at the B, and you're playing the 1st and 2nd string open. So. And you hear that little drone note there. Now that's the way Petty plays it, and then I can show you another way that I like to do this, and it's a... And in that case here, we're capoed at the 3rd fret. No tabs for that. I'm just telling you the chords here. It's D. Keep your 1st finger down when you go to the G chord. I'm muting that 5th string with the 2nd finger, and then now you're playing an A sus. Okay, that's another way that you could play it. Tabs will reflect what the 1st version that I just showed you. Let's keep going. Runnin Down A Dream. This is a super fun one, and really a super cool lick for as simple as it is. We're really talking about an E blues lick, an E minor blues lick, but all on the low E string here. So we're doing a pedal. So it's when you pick a note and then have a note in between the other notes, and it pedals back and forth. So like open. Now, you want to start this riff off by hitting the open string. So what we have here is 7, 6, 5, 3, 0. It's that easy. Here's the tab. Mary Jane's Last Dance. This is a very simple tune where we're using an A minor, a G, and basically a D add 9. Let's talk about the chords first. So an A minor, this is covered in the 9 essential bar chords that I give you for free inside of UGS Standard. You'll find the link for that below. And so is the G chord. You got to know the G chord. Now the way it's being played here is a little bit lazier. Okay, which I can show you in a minute here. And then instead of a D chord, you can play it just like you would play a D minor, except you lift that first finger up. So we have. Okay, so for this first part of the riff here, you're gonna strum the chord, and then you're gonna hammer the chord on. Now for this part, you know, it's very lazy. You're pulling your fingers off. You got that sound. Okay, and for this, you can... The way that I play this G chord is, it's like a regular G, except I add my third finger here, and then my first finger's not playing. I mute that 5th string with the pad of my 2nd finger. And then for that D chord, it's also a hammer on. So you hit the chord open and hammer those 2 fingers. So nice and slow. Play that G however you want there. Now the second go around, you're going to hear that G being played on top of the A minor. The second time around. Here's a tab. I Won't Back Down. Super cool tune here where we're just using power chords. If you don't know anything about power chords, here on YouTube, search YourGuitarSage power chords. Otherwise, a power chord is basically where you hold your hand just like this. In this case, I got my first finger on the 5th string, and I have my 3rd finger on the 4th string, and this power chord just moves around like this. And it's named by whatever note that first finger's on. That's essentially what a power chord is. For more detail, watch that video. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna go E, D, G. And this is 5th string root, 5th string root, it's a D, and then a 6th string root. So now we're on the G, so we're moving down a string. You can play this with 2 fingers, or if you want it to sound a little bigger, you can add that pinky to the string beneath the ring finger. This is also a syncopation on the G here. It's a push. You don't have to know what that is, just do it there. Just push that beat instead of playing it straight like, right, that sounds square. And then the verse, when he goes, up at the gates of hell, and that's a C chord there instead of the G. Now you're just walking down and then back to the original. Here are the tabs. Refugee. Man, this was the first Petty tune that I ever heard, and I fell in love with it immediately. So this tune is in the key of F sharp minor, and we've got this power chord, or it's a bar chord, and then we have an A and an E. Very simple. We're going to start this off with a, so kind of hitting the lower part of the chord and then the full chord. Right on that emphasis there, that accent. Then we're going to walk up, which is an F sharp, a G sharp, and then an A chord. Now for this A chord, what we're doing is I'm bringing my thumb over the top of the neck, muting that low E string. If you need help with muting here on YouTube, search YourGuitarSage muting. I've got lots of videos for you to help you on that, left and right hand. So now my first finger is smashing down 2, 2, and 2 on strings 2, 3, and 4. So frets 2, 2, 2 on 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. And nice and rock and roll, right? And then we got that E chord. I'm kind of doing the same thing that I was doing before. Okay, nice and slow. Yeah, here's a tab. You wreck me, baby. Killer tune, right? Yeah, sure it is. And this one is capoed at the first fret. You'll notice that a lot of this stuff with Petty are these open chords. I talk about them all the time. 9 essential chords. You got to know this stuff. You want to know more about those chords and a bunch of other stuff, I have a course for you for free. Link is below. All right, here you go. We're capoed at the first fret here, okay? And even though the tab doesn't denote this, just I'm telling you now, you're capoed at the first fret here, okay? And so what we have here is, again, not a D minor, not a D, but a D add 9, which is basically like a D major or a D minor. Just lift that first finger or whatever, just allow that E string to be open, okay? So we have, instead of this, we have, and then an A, and then an E. That's literally it. And after a few times, and you're just pedaling. Now, a lot of people will ask, what about sometimes I'm hitting these other strings? That's okay, it's rock and roll. You're just wanting to get the lower part of the chord, so. So you're going for that low E string there, but if you end up hitting the 5th string, that's fine. Cool? Yeah? Here's the tab. Learning to fly. So yet another that has these essential chords in it, with one exception, the F chord, which is a bar chord, but that's okay. Don't sweat this because I've got videos to cover that as well. If you need help with an F chord, here on YouTube, search bar chords, YourGuitarSage bar chords, or effing F chord, E-F-F-I-N-G, and I'll show you how to play that F chord, okay? Now, for this intro here, we've got F, C, A minor, G. And as far as the strumming pattern, it's 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. As I say, the most quintessential strumming pattern of all times. If you don't know that one, you need to know it because it's like in 80% of the songs that I teach. It's pop, it's needed. It's also level 5 of the strumming exercises that I give you for free inside the Unstoppable Guitar System standard course that you can find that link for that below as well. Okay, so here you go. We're gonna do this nice and slow. We got this F chord. C, A minor. Okay, and with that strumming pattern, 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. So for those of you that find this difficult, there's a few things that we need to talk about. Number one, make sure that you have all the chords down separately. Okay, we're putting things together here, so if you don't have these chords down separately, it's going to be somewhat difficult for you. Get the strumming down separately. Go through the course that I'm giving you for free. That's going to help a ton. Then you need to practice your chord transition. So going from the F to the C, F to the C, going back and forth and focusing and thinking about that chord before you get to it. That's gonna help you a lot, okay? I say that because I literally can feel people going, but these chords are changing too quickly. If that's you, you can drop a comment down below so I know that I'm right there. Okay, so we have the F, we have the C, we've got the A minor, and the G. You can play it however you want. That's the way I'm playing it. Now notice too that I'm lifting my hand off of the strings and then going to the next chord, and there's a time where my pick hits the strings and yet there's no fingers on the fretboard. The guitar is very forgiving like that. We can do that and that doesn't sound terrible, so I can go. It's that simple, my friends. Here's the tab. That's it, folks. Hope you like this Tom Petty guitar tribute as much as I did. Let me know a few things in the comments below if you would. What was your favorite song from the list? Which artist or band do you want me to cover next? And do you think I'm pretty? Remember, be kind to all beings, practice your guitar, do the right thing always, and I'll see you in the next video. That is it, my friends. I say my friends a lot. Today we're learning some Tom Petty songs. Here we go. Can you use that for instead of me clapping? No. What about this? Oh, yeah.